If you are politically aware in Nigeria, you must have heard of the new coalition to unseat President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027 election. Note that we have been here before when APC was formed. See, before I go ahead, let me tell you a brief story. When we were all campaigning for Buhari to come to power, because at that time the opposition politicians did not see anything good in Jonathan. In fact, all those who were marshalling their forces to take over from Jonathan, they were only painting black everything that Jonathan did, completely black. So some of us that were naive that time, we took the bait. Jonathan was performing some very wonderful things, especially in the areas of social investment program. They call it UWIN and then SureP. So at that time, I was a part-time lecturer in one of the private polytechnic, lecturing calculus and algebra like that. So the owner of the polytechnic keyed into one of these programs, either SureP or UWIN. We are all qualified to key into such programs, but you know what? All we are thinking is, when is this guy going to leave that place? When are we going to put him out of power and vote in a messiah in Buhari? Instead of us to also apply, perchance we might be selected. We all thought nothing was good in that administration. Did you know that this woman got 10 million naira free of charge, 10 million naira grant from the federal government? She went and opened a permanent branch. You know, in 2013, 10 million naira is not a small amount of money at that time. You see, when we heard of it, we still wave it aside. Our Messiah is coming. When he comes in, he will change everything, and what is 10 million? When we now tried as much as possible to put Jonathan out of power, we are celebrating. I think you all saw the celebration all over Nigeria, especially the northern region. People were celebrating the hope that things will be better. I don't want to go too much into that. All of us knew what Buhari did. So what am I trying to point out here? In every administration, there are programs that is set by that administration that is beneficial to the citizens, but because politicians or the opposition politicians or critics of the government, they are not going to tell you anything good about the government. They're only going to be telling you what is bad about the government in order for the government to look bad, and then so that you will have favor from you in terms of voting. I am not saying that any administration is perfect, but what I want you to do is one thing. Note that election is for politicians. Your own duty as a voter is just to vote during the election. You don't have any business with campaign. If you want to be a campaign manager, go and take the job as a campaign manager. But as an ordinary citizen, please look at what is going on in any administration. Look at how their policies favors you and then key into it. That is your duty. If you want to follow those politicians, you are going to be losing a lot. Imagine if I had 10 million naira in 2013 free of charge. Anyway, God knows best, but I know that at least my life will not be at the level it is now. Although I am very grateful to Almighty for where He has placed me, but at least it will have been more than the 10 million naira in addition. It is, even now, if you are having 10 million naira now, it's a plus, let alone in 2013. See, Tinubu's administration, it has its flaws, but look at it critically. He has brought in a lot of programs now that people are benefiting from. Don't make the mistake I made in 2013. Please start keying into most of the social investment program, especially the one he has approved for the benefit of the masses. Key into them. One of it, there's one they do through Bank of Industry now. If you have CAC certificate, and it's not even difficult for you to have a company now, go and register a company. Go and apply for that loan. It's 5 million naira. I'll put most of the links of those present social investment programs. below so that you can key into those programs. You might be lucky to be selected, and let me tell you, forget about when there some people be saying I have done this several times. I have also seen a lot of people that have benefited without knowing anybody. At least you can go and apply now. Forget about politicians that they are going about talking about coalition and all that. That is their job. Whether they win or they don't win, they have benefits for what they are doing. If they win, they will now have access to the national resources. If they don't win, some of them will still go back and align themselves with what the ruling party, just like you have seen people migrating from one party to the other. They will align themselves in order for them not to be left behind in the scheme of things. You as an individual that is following them to insult the president or insult the one that is there now, what is your benefit for doing that? You see, so instead of you to continue to insult the president and all that, focus on this investment program that he has put forward. How do they benefit you? If they are not benefiting you, what you do now is that you should approach the government agencies responsible for checks and balances. Bring it out to social media, make it go viral that some of the programs are not reaching you. Once it gets to the ears of the president, since at least you know that he has approved this program, it will be easier for him to call them to order instead of you to continue to pursue shadows. There are a lot of programs now because it's not their money, it's our money. It is national treasury. Key into it and benefit. Look at student loan now. No matter how you hate him, people who are benefiting from student loan now, there is no discrimination whether you are from the north, whether you are from the south, whether you are from his tribe or not, whether you are a Christian or Muslim. So please take note of this and then relax and smile.